Look, what if I told you that getting to $30,000 per month is about doing less, not more? Look, having 18 wheels isn't going to help you get to your destination faster. And I know you want to do more, accomplish more, have more, grow more, make more, impact more, and put a dent in the effing design universe. But here's the problem. Most designers falsely believe that moving from $3,000 towards $30,000 per month requires doing 10 times the amount of work. Multiple client types, multiple service offering, building out your portfolio, learning another skill, learning another piece of software, blogging to rank higher on Google, attending 10 networking events a month, running Facebook ads, running Google ads, creating live videos, and posting 5 times a day on Facebook, LinkedIn, Instagram, Twitter, and God forbid, TikTok. Look, hitting $30,000 a month is simple. And I can only show you how I've grown to $30,000 per month and beyond in my own design business. And how we've helped over 500 designers, creatives, and business owners build profitable design business models. And in the next 17 minutes, I'm going to show you exactly how to achieve a very similar transformation. Not in 5 years, not even in 1 year, but in under 6 months. If you do more, you're going to have less time. Less time for working on growing your business. Less time for building a team and systems that will work for you. Less time for getting better client results. And you can't improve your product or service, and clients will complain and become time-sucking leeches. And worst case, clients will spread negative reviews about you online. And more of your time spent on customer support, leaving you even less time for family, life, and travel experiences. And your time is restricted. And the little time you do have goes back to getting the same sales results that you had last week, last month, and last year. And you're basically stuck at a 9-to-5 wage, unable to break through to the next level and experience $30,000 months. Look, there's 6 simple activities to scale from $3,000 to $30,000 per month in under 6 months. Number 1 is simplify the mess. So here's the problem. You want to achieve big goals and you want to move towards $30K a month in the shortest amount of time possible. So you think you need to take massive action. So you keep on taking on more and more, adding more and more and more and more and more and more to your already full plate, taking on any client who will pay you the money. And as one of my clients said, the more money I made, the less I was enjoying it. And honestly, from my personal experience, that is the slowest, most ineffective and inefficient way to growing your business. So here's the mess. The mess can be divided into 2 areas, your business and personal life. So let's talk about your business. The trap I see most design business owners falling into is they assume by getting hyper-specific about the problem they solve, they're limiting themselves to more opportunities. And that would be true if the laws of the universe didn't apply to you. But you're a human being, so they do. And that belief will keep you stuck on the service hamster wheel forever. So here's your business. You may be selling multiple products and services at different price points. You may be even targeting different industries and niches. And you may even have multiple businesses, each with its own supporting functions, sales, marketing, support, and fulfillment. And you get spread thin. Now let's talk about your personal life. You're distracted. You're following 1,000 different people on 5 social media platforms, scrolling an infinite feed of content and videos, doing $10 per hour maintenance tasks like prepping food, cleaning, laundry, grocery shopping, indulging in mindless entertainment, going down YouTube wormholes, Netflix wormholes, not to mention overspending time with family and friends. And here's why it's a problem. Because you only have limited time and energy. And if it's going into maintenance tasks like cooking, cleaning, laundry, and shopping, or boredom-killing things like YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, or Netflix, and again, you can't forget about your family and friends doing events, trips, chilling, or being on the phone, and then you can't, on top of that, forget about your health, exercise, eating, diet, and sleep, and then you add your business to the mix, and you can see where the mess comes into play, and God forbid, you have multiple businesses. And look, your attention gets drained into a tiny trickle, and where your attention goes, your energy flows. And you are no longer running your business is running you. Back in 2018, this happened to me, and business was no longer fun. I was the sole overworked and underpaid employee of an inefficient organization that I created. And I was constantly being pulled away in different directions, away from the main things, like having a steady flow of leads and appointments on my calendar, actually being on the phone with highly qualified prospects, making my product or service the best and delivering profound client results. And I knew these things were the only things that truly mattered. Yet these were the exact things that were getting put on the back burner. And I was doing way too much and accomplishing very little. And the mess, it entangled every aspect of my life and business. and I was constantly stressed, constantly overwhelmed, and my personal life was suffering, and I became irritated towards the people that I loved. And it was really frustrating. And now my business is so simple that in my free time I play golf for fun. So the solution? You need to build a real organization and get out of the sweatshop hamster wheel way of running your business. And you need to calculate your time and energy and reallocate and redistribute to the right activities and actions that will enable you to move towards $30,000 a month. Because for the same time, energy, effort you're spending right now, your business could already be at $30,000 a month or more and a lot more profitable, but you're choosing to run it so inefficiently. So first, simplify your personal life. Delete your social media accounts off your phone. Gone. Delegate your maintenance tasks. Gone. And disengage from the mainstream media, negativity, groupthink, and stop entertaining the opinions of sheep. This will allow you to reallocate your time, energy, and resources onto the $10,000 per hour activities that will truly move the rocket forward. Next, simplify your business to escape the service hamster wheel. You need to productize your services. Identify the overlap in your client types and projects and focus on one specific client, one problem, one product or service, and one perfect fit, high value offer for this type of client. And this equals the $30,000 a month business. And this doesn't mean that you say no to anyone that doesn't fit this. It just means that your outbound efforts are focused on where your biggest results are coming from. And Gina, she had this simple problem and we helped her solve it, and she tripled her fees in her branding and packaging business. And Chris, he had this simple problem and we helped him solve it, and he did a $20,000 a month in his first 45 days in the program. And Dave, he had this problem as well and we helped him solve it, and he went from $10,000 a month to $50,000 a month in 60 days. So that's number one. Simplify the mess and allocate your time and energy onto the things that truly matter, like your family and friends, and putting into your health, which will give you more energy to put into your simple business model. And that will make things scalable and predictable. So that's number one, simplify the mess. And number two, integrate systems and processes. Here's the problem. You are the system, and you're the one doing the work. You're the one talking to prospects. You're the one on email communicating to clients. And if you don't do the work, you don't generate appointments. And if you don't generate appointments, there is no new projects. And if you don't get new projects, you don't make money. You've essentially created a glorified job as a manual laborer for a slightly above average hourly wage. And you're constantly bouncing between marketer and sales rep and an account manager, support rep and designer, like you're trying to beat a high score in a game of Pong. And here's why it's a problem. If you spend most of your time selling new clients, it means less time for clients and client results suffer. If you spend most of your time on clients, it means less time for selling and making less money. And it haunts you. You want to make your product or service better, but you can't, because if you take your eyes off sales, your business suffers. And in the back of your mind, you're constantly thinking, am I getting them result? And am I delivering what I promised? And it's like you're stuck in a Chinese finger trap, and the harder you pull to get out of it, the tighter it gets. And this can't grow. And if you try to grow, you may have blips of increased revenue, only to be right back where you are now 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 months down the line. It's not sustainable. Not to mention doing the same old repetitive task that you hate doing, and that sucks the fun out of what you love doing. So let's be real. Making a shit ton of money and getting client results is fun. But the reason you're not close to $30,000 a month right now and not raking in the testimonials and success stories is because you don't have the right systems to get appointments on the calendar at will, a predictable sales process for converting high-value projects, and a streamlined process for successfully delivering client results. In the spring of 2002, Amazon faced a similar problem. They were growing at about 20% year on year and sprinting towards profitability. And they had no choice but to master the complexity of their own systems and accomplish more with what they already had. Back then, shipping used to cost a lot of money, and it took up to 6 weeks to deliver an order. And it was believed that it would continue to be that way for the foreseeable future. But Jeff Bezos saw things differently. He insisted on a simple, fast, and streamlined shipping process and integrated a new distribution system called fulfillment centers. They were able to provide free one-day shipping and even deliver orders in as fast as 3 hours and 42 minutes. And that one system became the biggest competitive advantage that they now have, and used as a powerful marketing message to acquire millions of customers. And now Amazon, they are worth $1.6 trillion. They were able to design a large-scale, efficient distribution system which now serves over 300 million active customers worldwide. The solution? Systemize and document your process for client acquisition and client fulfillment, and identify the recurring tasks in your business into these two core functions: winning projects and delivering projects. Because you'll never be able to grow unless you get solid systems in place for these two core functions. You need to integrate systems and processes, and you need to create processes that create consistent and predictable outputs. So you want to think about it like this. For winning projects, you have marketing systems, qualifying systems, and closing systems. And for delivering projects, you have onboarding systems and delivery systems. And every delivery should feed back into your marketing in the form of testimonials and case studies. And then for each function, you want to have systems and processes in place. And your business now becomes the system. And this is what creates predictable, scalable revenue growth. And you'll now have a system for converting leads into qualified appointments, a predictable sales process for converting high-value clients, and a streamlined process for successfully delivering client results. And when you have that, you'll finally be able to slip out of the Chinese finger trap and move towards $30,000 a month. And Ivana, she had this simple problem. We helped her solve it, and she went from $0 to $50,000 per month in 60 days. Tegan had this problem too. We helped her solve it, and she went from $0 to $97,000 months in under a year. And Andy had this problem too. We helped him solve it, and now his business does just shy of $1 million per year with ads. So that's number 2, integrate systems and processes. And when you do this, you'll be able to create consistent and predictable growth. And number 3 is minimum viable assets. So here's the problem. You start to look at what everyone else is doing, and you become uncertain on what you need to do. You start comparing your results to others, thinking that you need this and you need that in order to move towards $30,000 a month. But 90% of what you think you need is not even necessary. And you could be dialed in weeks if you just get the essentials right. But instead, most falsely believe that to move towards $30,000 a month, they need a personal brand, an industry-leading portfolio, to be ranking on page 1 of Google, have successful Facebook ads running, have successful Google ads running, and a podcast with thousands of listeners. The real reality is you don't need many things, and it's not even possible to do everything right. And here's why it's a problem. Every second you spend executing on the non-essential, you're taking time, energy, and resources away from the essential. And it's a bottomless pit. And it's easy to get zoned in the tunnel of extremes, and you get lost in the noise. You might start victimizing yourself, believing you need this or that, and all they're doing is preventing you from doing the main things and focusing on the right actions and activities, which actually enable you to move towards $30,000 a month. I want to tell you a story. When I first quit my 9-to-5 job and focused on my own thing full time, I had formed a basic company in Melbourne. And I didn't even have any company accounts yet. We used my old personal PayPal account. As a matter of fact, I didn't even have a website. All I had was a simple pre-selling mechanism to get appointments on the calendar, a phone to take sales calls, and a PayPal account to collect payments. That's it. And in the first month out on my own, I did $30,000 in revenue. And in the second month, I did just a tad over $80,000 in revenue. And for over 2 years, our ugly official website had just 4 pages. And guess what? That's all I needed to generate $907,000 in design business revenue. And guess what? The solution? You only need the minimum viable assets to move towards $30,000 a month. And here's the minimum viable asset: a well-crafted profile on a platform to reach your prospects. 2, a simple pre-selling mechanism to book appointments. 3, a phone or Zoom account to take sales calls. And 4, a Stripe or merchant account to collect payments. That's it. So what I want you to do is think about all the conversations you're having with prospects right now. And you're probably doing it in the form of a 30 to 45 minute sales call. And I want you to think about all the things that you're explaining and educating your prospects on. Then I want you to think about all the objections that you're getting, like it's too expensive, I need to think about it, and now's not the right time. Then what I want you to do is take all of that feedback from these 45-minute calls and turn them into a marketing asset in the form of a simple video or ebook. Then just put a simple calendar below it so people can book calls. Then I want you to go to a platform where your prospects are hanging out. It could be LinkedIn, Facebook, or Instagram. And And all I want you to do is connect with your prospects and start talking about your marketing asset in your own feed and your own bio. And this now becomes your pre-selling mechanism. And the result of that is that you'll have pre-sold prospects coming onto the phone with you who have already learnt about your value and who are ready to buy. And now you'll have a way to attract only the right clients, a way to position yourself as the expert authority, prospects coming on the call pre-sold and ready to buy, a high sales conversion rate, way to attract only the right clients, and the ability to charge higher ticket prices and deliver better results. And Melanie shared this simple problem and we helped her solve it, and she hit her level 3 revenue goals in 90 days. Carrie had this same problem too. We helped her solve it and she doubled her interior design fees and has hit $25,000 months. Varun had this simple problem as well and we helped him solve it, and he went from 9 to 5 employee to $20,000 per month in less than 3 months. So that's number 3, minimum viable assets. And create a pre-selling mechanism so that your prospects come onto the phone knowing your value already and seeing you as an authority. So number 4 is a proprietary method. So here's the problem. You appear generic. You look, smell, and quack like everybody else. And on the surface, there is nothing unique about your message, offer, or product or service. And your prospects don't understand the value you provide and how it's different from the rest of the marketplace. And your current messaging might be doing you a poor service, and prospects are unable to immediately understand the value of what you offer and how it's different. And why should they even listen to you? Here's why it's a problem. If your prospects don't have the clarity and confidence that what you offer might be the perfect solution to help them get their desired results, it'll be very hard for you to keep them interested long enough to schedule a call with you. And they will be resistant and skeptical to even speak with you. And most likely your prospect will see your message and immediately categorize you as another designer. Just another designer website, designer social media profile, designer conversation, designer sales process, designer proposal, just another designer. And because you're being commoditized, you'll get far fewer appointments than you should be getting, constant sales resistance and price objections, paid less than you're worth and have to discount your product or service, and days, even weeks, with a dry pipeline. And you'll start to question your entire business, thinking your product or service just isn't good enough, constantly worried, where am I going to get my next client from? Look, marketing is entering an era where strategy is king. Your message has to stand out, not mix in. And it's not enough to discover or invent something. It may not even be necessary, but you must, however, be first to enter your prospects' minds with a unique value proposition. Look at Apple and Steve Jobs. They didn't invent the phone. This guy did. They didn't invent the touchscreen. This guy did. Nor did they even make the first smartphones, portable music, or internet communication devices. But what Steve did do, he was the first to get into the prospect's mind about all of the wonders that a smartphone promises. And he positions Apple's iPhone as an alternative product that was a phone, portable audio, and internet communications device all in one, without sacrificing the performance of any of those features. And just before his death, Jobs was worth close to $10 billion. You see, to succeed in this noisy, over-communicated world, you must carve out a position in your prospect's mind. And a position that not only takes into account your own strengths and weaknesses, but those of your competitors as well. The solution is a proprietary method that clearly and concisely explains your unique value proposition to drive traffic into your minimum viable asset. So here's how to think about this proprietary method. Think about your unique strengths. What are you exceptionally good at? Then think about what your market needs and desires. What are their big painful problems that they want to throw money at, and what big results do they really want beyond design? Then think about what your competitors aren't doing that would massively help your prospects get these incredible results. And in the middle of these 3 circles, that is your proprietary method. And your proprietary method, it could be anything from helping with what they need before or after you deliver your skills that gets them closer to their overall goal, identifying assets, consulting, advice, videos, templates, spreadsheets, or another service that you can combine to your design expertise. Or it could be identifying areas of mastery that seem obvious to you that you overlook, yet can be a powerful, unique angle for positioning your offer. When you have this, you'll finally be able to stand out, be a breath of fresh air, and you'll be able to separate yourself from the design space and the rest of the masses. Your message will resonate better and drive higher response from your outreach. Your audience will start remembering and recognizing you when you appear online. You'll consistently get high booking rates, and you'll have pre-sold prospects flowing into your pipeline, and you'll be able to fill your calendar with 5 to 8 sales calls per week. Not only that, but having a packed calendar will give you an abundance feeling. You'll be less attached and more confident, and your conversations will be positive and your mood will be uplifted, which will help you perform better on sales calls, and you'll be able to 2-call close 4, 5, and even 6-figure deals and get more paid upfronts. And it'll feed your dream and give you confirmation that you're on the right path. Paige had this simple problem. We helped her solve it, and she went from $150 logos to $7,000 projects. Alan had this problem too. We helped him solve it, and he has 7x'd his average project value. Diana had this problem too, and we helped her solve it, and she's quadrupled her interior design fees. So that's number 4, a proprietary method. And when you do that, you'll finally be able to stand out from all the masses and have pre-sold prospects coming in from your minimum viable assets who see your real value. And number 5 is leveraging a 1 + 1 = 5 virtual assistant. So here's the problem. You think you can do everything by yourself, and you might be thinking you can't afford to bring on another team member, and you might be perpetually postponing hiring until you've hit a certain imaginary revenue figure which you keep changing every month. And you might even think that what you're doing can't be delegated, and that no one on this planet can do what you're doing. And you might even have trust issues. Here's why it's a problem. The longer you delay bringing in the right person, the longer you'll be postponing your goal. Transitioning from a self-employed to a fully fledged business owner of a profitable, high-value design business moving towards $30,000 a month. Because there are just so many functions involved in running a great business that you just can't do everything yourself. And if you think you can, that level of thinking will keep you stuck spinning your wheels, unable to reach your goal of building a fully fledged business closing in on $30,000 a month, with or without you. And the cost of not delegating right now is costing you anywhere up to $30,000 a month. If you continue doing everything by yourself, you won't be able to fully enjoy the freedom that your business can provide. And if you're like most people, if you choose to go down the traditional path of hiring another local designer, you'll attract mediocre talent when you didn't even need a designer, just somebody to do all of your silly admin stuff. And 1 + 1 = 0.5. And as a result, your business will be less efficient than you doing everything yourself. And the cost of hiring the wrong person is more than what you pay that person. But hiring the right person could be worth hundreds of thousands of dollars. So just imagine being able to take your time off marketing, prospecting, delivery, and invest it on building your assets and making your product or service the best solution on the market, allowing you to tap back into the fun and joy of being the best at what you do. And right now, you must aim to build a 1 + 1 = 5 team. So a 1 + 1 = 5 team maximizes each other's strengths because there is someone else on the team who is strong in areas where we are weak. That eliminates those weaknesses because the team is able to utilize their strengths without being held back by the areas where we are not. And individual strengths so that the whole becomes greater than the sum of its parts. Because here's what most solopreneurs look like. 1 + 0 = 1. Here's what most people's team looks like. 1 + 1 = 0.5. Here's what an average team looks like. 1 + 1 = 2. Here's what great teams look like. 1 + 1 = 3 or more. Here's what we should be aiming for. 1 + 1 = 5. And that is a huge up level. And you and one other person could do the work of 5 people. And here's what our team looks like. We have me, I'm the director. We have Sherwin, who's the VA who manages the winning projects half of the business. And under him we have Lulu setting the calls, Lisa doing LinkedIn outreach, and Adam running our ads. Then we have Michelle, who's the virtual assistant who manages the delivering projects half of the business. And under her, we have Spark, who's another designer like me, Harry, who's an engineering expert, and Henry, who helps us with manufacturing. The solution is to leverage a 1 + 1 = 5 virtual assistant. So right now, I want you to think about you, and you have all of the tools, and you're the technician right now. But what I want you to do is go out and find an experienced virtual assistant. I want you to give them your tools for all of the activities that you're doing currently that are essential, but the worst investment of your time. Then most importantly, give them the instructions on how to do these activities as well as you do them right now, and continue to stack new tasks onto their plate. And then you can focus more and more time on the roadmap or where you're going and the vision you have for the business. and now you have the controls and you become the operator instead of the technician staying stuck. And when you do this correctly, you'll have started your own remote team to help you with prospecting, lead generation, appointment setting, closing, client fulfillment, customer support, and bookkeeping and financial reporting. It could very well be just one guy or girl from the Philippines handling multiple functions, or a smart, lean, highly synergistic team like ours, and you'll finally break free from the monotonous operational tasks. And you'll have all of the time to build, grow, and scale your business. Matt had this simple problem. We helped him solve it, and now he's got virtual assistants consistently finding him $20,000 to $45,000 projects. Elizabeth had this simple problem as well. We helped her solve it, and she increased her prices 3 times in less than 60 days. Adam had this problem too. We helped him solve it, and he did an additional $95K in the first 12 months of the program. And that's number 5, leveraging a 1 + 1 = 5 virtual assistant. And when you do that, you'll now become the operator instead of the technician doing everything in your business, and you'll finally be able to focus on the tasks that will get you to your goals. And number 6 is inquire into our up-level mastermind. So here's the problem. Scaling a profitable design business on your own is hard, lonely, and growth can be very slow. And it could take you more than 6 months, a few years, even a lifetime to reach your revenue goals. And the stats show that most people won't ever reach it. Here's why it's a problem. The business landscape is changing and advancing at a rapid pace. One minute your business is crushing it with referrals, the next you need to adapt to social media. And there will be unavoidable obstacles in your way. And if you don't even know where to look to overcome these obstacles, you'll get sucked into the hours of searching and browsing, watching tutorials and webinars. But on the contrary, one single conversation with a wise, experienced mentor can shave decades of study and accelerate your growth. Now look, growing your design business towards $30,000 a month in under 6 months, just like I've shown you here today, is simple. And these are the 6 steps. 1, simplify the mess. Simplify your personal life and your business. 2, integrate systems and processes. 3, focus on the minimum viable assets to set up a pre-selling mechanism to get appointments on the calendar and pre-sell your prospects. 4, a proprietary method so that you can stand out from all the noise out in the marketplace. 5, leverage a 1 + 1 = 5 virtual assistant. And 6, inquire into the up-level mastermind. And they are the 6 simple steps to scale from $3,000 a month to $30,000 a month and beyond in under 6 months. It's simple, but it's not easy. And a lot of people claim it to be easy and may promise you overnight success and use this ad, this funnel, this template, or this one easy hack. And to be completely transparent with you, it's fucking hard, but it's simple. And we have to work together. Now, at this point, you only have one simple decision to make. Path 1 is to go at it alone, continually doing the same actions and keep getting the same results that most of the market get. It'll be slower, harder, and may even leave you in a worse situation than you are right now. You'll make a bunch of mistakes along the way, and it'll be unnecessary and painful. And you'll continue to be the technician in your business that constantly needs you, unable to break the shackles, unable to enjoy the freedom of operating a truly profitable design business. Or you can take path 2. We can work together with a team who will have your back, who will be with you at each stage as you grow and help you reach the next level fast. You'll get direct guidance and mentorship from an experienced designer that's not only done this once, not twice, but has helped 500 others. It'll be significantly faster, easier, and cheaper than any other alternative path, and we'll have a lot of fun and make a lot of money together. The solution is path 2. Join the exclusive Profitable Designer Up-Level Mastermind with over 500 private clients and an average rating of 4.5 out of 5 stars. You'll be able to join a community of winners, people who are on the same path as you are, supporting you and holding you accountable day in, day out until you make this happen. You'll get access to the exact tools, resources, information, copy-paste systems and processes already done for you to grow towards $30,000 a month. Now, go below, apply, and schedule a call where we can have a conversation where we can map out and plan a strategy to get you moving towards $30,000 a month within the next 6 months. So who is this for? This is for you if you run an existing design business doing $2,000 a month or more. You know you need a simpler and more organized approach to how you both win and deliver projects. You want to transition from self-employed technician to business owner operator. You're good at what you do and you believe what you offer is valuable to the market. You want to move towards $30,000 a month or more and help a lot of people in the process. And you understand that you need to have some skin in the game and you're willing to invest in yourself. If you're not willing to invest in yourself, this is not for you. Now, if that sounds like you and you want to move towards $30,000 a month within the next 6 months, go below, apply and schedule a call where we can sit down and map out a plan and strategy to get there.
What are the best things about profitable designer to you?
1 or 2 sentences. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, sorry.
I think that if it was 2 sentences, the best thing would be the process and having Patrick. The process with Patrick. And the second best thing is growing, being able to grow your revenue in a really nice way. So yeah, the process is reduce stress, and obviously just giving me something to follow. And then the revenue is just a really, really nice, perk. I like having money. It's my account every month. It's nice.
David?
Yeah, I think for me, from doing this 15 years, I quit my job in 2007 and was freelance ever since then. And thinking that, I know quite a bit, and then doing the course has just given me a completely different way to think. And it's changed everything. And now it's like, no, I didn't know anything. And now I do know some stuff. This has set me up now for life. That's the one I can think.
You learn some stuff. Yeah.
Learn some powerful stuff. And it's really set me up.
Yeah, I think the biggest thing was leveraging your experience to know where we can put our time to make money, basically. And that's quite simply what the offer is. And actually an add-on to that is, like, designers, we're funny creatures, and it's better understanding what that creature is and almost like unconditioning ourselves in some way. Probably the biggest takeaway as well is I came in as a designer, but evolved into, I definitely dig an entrepreneur. And that is for me like the biggest takeaway. And then if you're an entrepreneur, the goal is to be profitable, make businesses multiple if you want. And
you'll be able to keep your finger on the pulse of not only what is working today, but 6 months from now, even 5 years from now, as you will now have complete lifetime access to the systems, mentorship, guidance, and community. And nothing is static. All the mentorship and training is what is actually working in real time. Like Apple iOS, without having to buy anything else or find another course or program in the future. So go below, apply and schedule a call. We only work with 10 new students a month, and this is a partnership and mentorship and not some course that's just open to everybody. This is an exclusive mentorship in our Profitable Designer Up-Level Mastermind program. And if you apply and your application gets accepted, we'll sit down and show you the roadmap and strategy to get you to $30,000 per month and beyond in the next 6 months with certainty.
Is there anything that you would like to say to those guys that are potentially considering coming in and being part of the community? If, like, you were to talk to yourself before you actually came in, like, what would you say?
I would say if you have resonated with anything that Patrick or any of us are saying, the program's right for you. Come in. If any of it sounds relatable, just come in and you're not going to regret it. You're going to get so much out of it. Whatever your goal is to get out of it, whether it's just to run a better business, less stress, more money, it's all there in the program for your taking.
Yeah, I would say, like, you get what you put in as well. I think the more you put in, the more you're going to get out of it as well. And I think just as much time over the course of the years that you have spent honing your craft in design, whatever type of design that is, if you just apply 50% of that effort onto the program, like you will reap rewards which you didn't think were possible, or that you never have before. You will definitely like reap rewards that you never have before. That's for certain.
Yeah, I think mindset is very important. I think if you want to be a business owner, a leader, consultant, project manager, things like that, you know, that's if you just want to be a designer and do your designs, then don't do the course, because this is not what it's about. You know, it really is about being an entrepreneur and taking it to that next level.
So go below, apply, and schedule a call.